Paripi Koumei is one of the most beloved animes coming out this season, well, besides Spy X Family, and it deserves all the love it gets, man. It's a PA Works adaptation of a manga. It's very rare for PA Works to adapt a manga. They usually make original animes that do absolute wonders, like Aquatope, like Kamisama ni Natahi, Angel Beats. This deserves an adaptation, and I'm glad that this anime exists. Paripi Koumei follows a Chinese general called Kongming. Now, Kongming got isekai'd to Shibuya and decided to help out this girl called Eiko to achieve her longtime dream of being a music idol. The thing that you notice right away is that Paripi Koumei has an awesome opening. I mean, that shit was fucking bussin', bro. And the ED as well is not as good as the OP, I feel, but it's a slower jam that definitely fits in my playlist. What makes Paripi Koumei better than most anime, in my opinion, it is just full of passion. The soundtrack of Paripi Koumei is sometimes mixed in with this Chinese traditional music of like the violins and the Chinese guitars. I'm not Chinese. And there's this one ost that sounds like we from Jeremy. It fits perfectly somehow in this anime. And speaking of the music, man, the music ranges from okay to alright. The songs in Paripi Koumei isn't really like, Kendrick Lamar-ish or maybe like Drake-ish even. It's good, it does its job. It's this generic pop type of music. It's not necessarily my type of music, but I understand why someone might like that type of music. And the color choice in this anime, oh my god, it feels like you're playing Yakuza 0 at times. When you're walking into that 80s Japanese disco, it just looks colorful, it looks fun, it makes me want to just go clubbing in Japan, and I don't even go clubbing. I mean, come on, I watch anime. The story doesn't get amazingly written. It's not like a Neon Genesis Evangelion, it's not like an Akira or things of that nature, but it does well on just getting your emotions. A good example of this is the relationship between Eiko and Nanami. Now, Eiko is down on her luck, right? Steve Aoki, and I'm not joking here, Steve Aoki actually exists in this anime, decides to reject Eiko because Eiko is lacking that it factor when singing. And then Eiko decided to start street performing as per advice from Kongming. Now, she does this and she met this girl called Nanami. Nanami and Eiko just have this awesome relationship with each other, right? Purely just great friendship. They both immensely love music. It turns out Nanami is actually this hit singer from Azalea, a hit idol. This sort of like bittersweetness because Nanami doesn't really love the music that she's producing. It gets her so much money and it gets the whole staff so much money, and Eiko is this up-and-comer who loves her music, who's just oozing of passion, but they both love each other and they all have this like awesome friendship with their rivals. It's great, man. It's the typical, shonen-y bullshit, the cliche of bad, evil CEO lurking on Nanami and just like, hey, you cannot street perform because it's bad for the company. I think that's why Paripi Koumei reaches so far. Eiko being a lovable and cheerable character, Kongming being this sort of absurd character. I mean, you don't think a general from Chinese wars can really do great on the music industry, but obviously it does great here. From just making this such an awesome adaptation, I gotta give all shoutouts to PA Works, man. This anime is one of the greatest animes that came out this year in 2022. If you haven't watched Paripi Koumei, you should definitely give it a watch. Here's also another anime you need to watch, Daimon.